So, welcome to your desk yoga movement for this lovely Tuesday. And we are actually going to start seated in our chairs. I always just like to start seated, but we're going to stand up fairly quickly. So, we're just going to start here to begin, coming on down, making sure that your feet are flat on the floor. So, if you need to move yourself up a little bit to the edge of your chair, you can feel free to do so. And we're just going to start by gently sitting up nice and tall, just kind of rolling those shoulders back and down so you feel that chest lifted, feel your core engaged as you lift out of your hips and your side waist is long. Taking an inhale. And as we exhale, let's just gently bend that chin down towards the chest, nice and slow. And then inhale as we gently come back up. Maybe even looking up slightly, just working through this as your neck allows. Go ahead and exhale again, chin to chest. Inhaling as you lift that chin. Just moving through with your own pace now, a few more times. Never rushing any of these movements. So many other times during the day that we rush. This is our time to slow down, use our breath to be mindful, to connect with our movement, to be present. When you're ready, just bringing yourself back up to a neutral position with your head, taking an inhale. And as we exhale, let's turn that chin over to the right. Inhale back through center gently, and exhale as we turn that chin to the left. And again, inhale back to center. Again, moving a few times at your own pace. So don't worry about where I'm at in the movement. Just use your own breath, your own pace to really enjoy this and get that beautiful sensation of movement, stretch. Maybe one more time each side, just finishing it off. And when you're ready, bringing it back to center. Let's go ahead and reach those arms out to the sides and just kind of make a light fist. Just go ahead and circle those wrists in one direction. Continuing to breathe, seeing if you can really inhale nice and strong through that nose. And exhale through the nose. And then go ahead and circle in the opposite direction. And go ahead and release. We're going to take that right arm under the left to create an eagle arm. So right arm comes under the left, and you can just bring the backs of the hands together, the forearms together. Or if it's in your practice, you might even be able to kind of slide that right hand to the inside of that left palm, if that works for you. Take an inhale, see if you can drop your shoulders down, but see if you can lift those elbows up in line with your shoulders. See if you can take a big inhale. And maybe on your exhale, go ahead and see if you can maybe fold over as we drop the chin towards the chest. And just allow that upper back to round, feeling that stretch through the upper back. If that's too much, just stay upright. Again, finding the breath, trying not to hold the breath here. Our goal is to really connect with the breath. Find those inhales and exhales. And slowly start to roll it up, unwinding those arms. And we're going to take those arms back out. This time, let's take that left arm under the right for eagle arms on the opposite side. Again, backs of the hands can touch. Maybe you can wrap around. Now again, see if you can take those shoulders away from the ears. Maybe lift those elbows a little higher in line with the shoulders. Feeling that nice stretch through the upper back. Taking an inhale. Exhaling, and again, seeing if you can fold forward, rounding allowing that chin to drop towards the chest. And again, just feeling that beautiful stretch through the upper back, through the shoulders. And slowly start to roll it up, unwinding the arms and giving those arms a good shake. And then just gently coming to stand. And you don't really need your chair. I'm just going to push mine back so you guys can still see me here in the frame. Just going to stand with my feet underneath my hips. I do like to do this in bare feet because we are going to do a bit of standing exercise, standing poses today. So you're on a carpet and socks, that doesn't necessarily go together. So, or even a carpet and hardwood, even worse. So go ahead, plant your feet down. We're just going to take our hands to heart center. We're going to take a big inhale, sweep those arms up, maybe taking just a little baby back bend. And then as we exhale, go ahead and open those arms, bending those elbows like you're making cactus arms. And then coming back, hands to center. Again, inhale, reach those arms up. Exhale as you bend those elbows, open that chest. Bringing those hands back to center. Again, inhale, arms reach up. Exhale as you pull down. And hands back to heart center one more time. Inhale, reach up. And exhale, bending those elbows and opening that chest. And bringing those hands back to center. Great. All right, now we're just going to take the back of the chair just for a little balance. And we're just going to go and we're going to make sure we plant through your left leg. We're going to plant the left leg down and we're just going to do some hip circles. So I'm just going to lift my right leg up and I'm going to do a big circle in and then out to the side. Like I'm trying to lift my foot over a chair that's in front of me, circling the hip out. So I'm using the back of the chair or even the desk for a little bit of balance. And taking some big hip circles with that right leg. And when you're ready, finishing off one last big one. Good. Now we're going to bring that right knee up in front. And you can just take that right hand to hold the knee if you like. Just go ahead and flex and point your toes. So we're just kind of working through that right ankle, creating a little bit of flexibility, some mobility, some blood flow. And when you're done, you can hold here, or if you want to add a little balance challenge, go ahead and take that left hand, interlace your fingers in front of that right knee. See if you can press down through that right foot, lift up nice and tall as you draw that right knee in towards the chest. Finding your balance, finding a drishti, a point of gaze in front of you. And then go ahead and release that down. I'm going to switch around here to the other side. So I'm going to plant now into my right foot, and I'm going to go ahead and start to circle that left leg up and over. Again, pretending like you've got a chair or a bench in front of you, and you're just trying to get that foot and that leg over and circling it out. So we're really opening up the hip, creating some blood flow, some mobility through the hip. Nice and slow. And one last time. And then go ahead, find your balance through that right foot. Let's bring that left knee up, grab around the front of the knee, and just go ahead and point and flex the toes. So the ankle is just moving up and down as we pump the ankle. And then if you like, maybe finding some balance here, you can maybe just hover those fingertips off the back of the chair or interlace the fingers in front of that knee as you press down through that right foot. Find that grounding and then lift up through the crown of the head. Finding a drishti, a point of gaze. Staying present with your breath. And then when you're ready, go ahead and release it down. All right, I'm just going to come around here to show you. You can use your chair backed up against something here if you like for these forward folds, or you can step away from the chair and just do this in a normal way. All right, so I'm just going to show you facing you today. So we're going to open up the feet a little wider. Toes are pointing directly forward towards me. All right, we're going to take our hands to our hips. Take a nice big inhale as we lift the chest, squeeze those elbows back together, and then exhale, soft bend in the knees as we come over into a forward fold. If you have the chair seat there, you can rest the forearms, or you can bring those fingertips right down to the floor. And just hanging out here in this forward fold for a moment, taking a nice big inhale and exhaling. Let's go ahead and start to bend into that right knee. So we straighten through that left inner thigh, finding a little stretch, and then come back through center, bending into that left knee. So we're just kind of moving ourselves from side to side here. Finding some sensation on those inner thighs. And when you're ready, coming back to center, we're going to bend those knees a little. On your inhale, bring your hands to your waist. And as you exhale, let's come all the way up to stand nice and tall. Let's stay here and just turn those right toes out to the side. You can go ahead and maybe make your stance a little bit bigger, whatever feels good. You can always use the back of the chair for some balance. We're going to go ahead and bend into that right knee and stack it over top of that right ankle. Let's take our right forearm to the thigh and then sweep that left arm up and over top of that ear. So we're creating a nice line from those fingertips all the way down to that back heel. Let's see if you can open your chest, keep it open towards me. Press down through those feet and lift up through those fingertips. When you're ready, on your inhale, let's come up. Start to straighten through that right leg. Slide your left hand down that back thigh and sweep that right arm up and over. Now keep your chest towards me. I want you to feel this in the right side of your body. So we're not doing a back bend. We're feeling that right from that hip, right up to that armpit for a little reverse triangle. Find your breath, big inhale and exhale. And when you're ready, releasing, turning those right toes back towards the front. Now let's go ahead and turn those left toes towards the left. Again, adjusting your stance if you need to heel toe that right foot out a little longer. And then go ahead and bend into that left knee, stacking that ankle or stacking that knee over top of the ankle. A little hard to stack your ankle over your knee at this point. Go ahead and place your left forearm on your thigh. Sweep that right arm up and over top of your ear. Creating that nice long line from those fingertips down to your back heel. Really opening your chest towards me. Good. And when you're ready, slowly inhale to come up. Let's straighten through that front leg, just keeping a little bend in it. Go ahead, slide that right hand down that back thigh, sweep that left arm up and over, and feel it almost like a little side bend. So you're going to really open up through that left side of the body this time. Nice. You can always choose to look up for a little balance challenge, or just look towards the camera, or maybe even towards the floor. And then when you're ready, come on back, turn those left toes to face me. Take another big inhale. Let's take those hands to the waist. exhale and forward fold. Again, you can use the seat of the chair or fingertips to the floor. Maybe even go ahead and cradle the elbows with the opposite hands if that works. And allow that crown of the head to really release so it aims down towards the floor. And when you're ready, fingertips to the seat of the chair or the floor. Inhale up halfway. So I want you to lift and really get that spine long, tailbone to crown of the head. Exhale, let's take those hands to the waist and come all the way up to stand. Heel toe those feet back through center as we come to stand. And then we're just going to take our chair for a little bit of a balance pose here. So I'm going to use the back of my chair. I am going to put the weight into my right leg, and I'm going to go ahead and grab hold of my left ankle as I pull that ankle back towards the bum and see if I can press my hips forward, feeling a nice stretch through the front of that thigh, through the hip. Good. See if you can keep that left knee pointed down towards the floor. And then go ahead and release it. Switch it over to the other side. So this time planting through the left leg, grabbing hold of the right ankle behind you. And again, seeing if you can pull that heel up towards the bum, but press the hips forward. As soon as you press forward, you're going to feel that sensation ignite up the front of that thigh, up through that hip flexor. Find your breath. Always coming back to that. Being purposeful, being intentional. Maybe just adding a little smile as we enjoy. And then go ahead and release, shake it out. And just using the back of the chair again for a little balance. Let's just place those feet under the hips and come up and down on those toes. And when you're ready, releasing down. And just coming to stand with those feet under the hips. And I'm just going to roll my chair out of the way a little bit here. I'm going to make some room for my arms today. With a big inhale, let's sweep those arms all the way up. Palms together as we exhale and bring those hands down to heart center. Again, inhale, big sweep up. And exhale to heart center. One more time, big inhale. And exhale, hands to heart center. A little bow of the chin towards the chest as we finish off our practice today. Thank you so much for joining. Namaste.